Alright, YouTube, today what I'm going to be showing you is how to make the Umulius Rectangulum. All you need is $3 to make this here. And when you make it, I suggest that you get 3 crispy brand new $3 bills. You don't want one that looks like it been handled too much, because when you do your creases in your money here, you want to be able to see it real good. And you actually want the money to actually hold the fold. So if you can, start out with 3 fresh new dollar bills. And without further ado, let's get started. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fold the money in 3 equal parts. And this is one of the best ways I know you can do that. Put a pinch here, because you're going to need that pinch there as a guide. And on this pinch fold here, fold it all the way through. So once you do your fold it in 3 ways, give it a good pinch here. So you can use this as a guide and fold that one all the way through. And you might want to take the dollar bill and fold it over on the other side, just to give it that valley fold or mountain fold on the other side, just to give that a nice fold so you can bend it in the way you want. Now what you want to do is, with this fold, this pinch you made here, you're going to want to fold this side in, fold it, divide it in 3 equal parts. Again, don't fold all the way through on either side of this. You just want to pinch it here, because you're going to use that as a guide. Now right here is kind of where you want to decide which end you want to be facing out. The end that you want to be facing out, you want to do that face down. So with that being said, let's go ahead and use this guide like I was told you here. That pinch right there as a guide. And fold that all the way up into the guide. Now you can fold it all the way across. Open it back up. Fold it in half. And same thing with that fold. You want to turn the money over. Break that fold in real good. All right, open it back up. Now, fold it again, and with this fold you made on the other side, you're going to do the same thing with the other side, using this fold as a guide. So like that there. And now what you have is actually 4 folds here, the 2 on the end here, and then the 2 in the middle. Now you want to fold the dollar bill in half, going the long way. So, and make sure your creases are lining up. Everything lines up when you fold the bill. You have a hard surface, go ahead and utilize that hard surface. And now our main objective is going to be dividing this into 5 equal parts. And one of the best ways to do that is to make airplane folds with this crease you have here, and where that airplane fold intersects this line that you made here, this fold, that's where we're going to make another fold the long way, like this here. You don't need to go all the way down. Just go to the crease you made here. It's going a long ways. And you kind of see that there, how that line meets. That's where you want to end it. And you want to do that for all 4 sides. So you go over this side and do the same thing. Just kind of hold it there in place to know that you got it. And just kind of check it out and make sure that your lines are meeting up. Like I said, do that for all 4 sides. Make sure they all meet up. And once you have them meeting up, you're going to want to take this corner. You can give it a little pinch if you like. What I like to do is on all four sides, kind of get that little corner a little pinch so you can know exactly where it's at. Okay, now that we know where it's set, you can get your money ready to be folded, because it's going to be crispy and stiff if it's a brand new dollar bill. What I have found helpful is to go ahead and utilize that corner, this fold, lay it right on top of the other fold, and kind of work your way down. Make sure the creases meet up. Make sure they're meeting up so you know that your fold is straight. And if your fold is straight, once you get to the other end, it should do the same thing. That fold should meet that line. Once everything is meeting, go ahead and unfold it right there. Make sure the lines are still lined up and give her a solid crease. What we're doing, like I said, is dividing the bill into 5 equal parts. And they're going to be equal to this. Now that you have that on that side, you want to do the airplane fold again to this line. And again, only crease into the fold. Just crease into the fold. And you can use the same thing I told you last time with that crease. With that corner, fold it up into the fold, and walk your way down. Don't give it a good crease yet, because you want to make sure all your folds are meeting up so you can know that your bill is straight. And when you get to the other edge, it should just meet up like that. It meets up, go ahead and unfold it. Unfold. And let's give her a solid crease. Now, as you can see, this kind of come close to that center fold, but not too close. Don't make it touch right, if you know what I mean. You can tell if your lines are straight because where it's creased over here is going to crease right here, like in the middle of the one, in the middle of the one. Now, we got 3 folds. Let's just exercise the creases we already have. And we're going to do it one more time. Well, before we do it one more time, let's go ahead and get our other side done, because you're going to want to decide. It's going to make like 6 equal parts, so you're going to want to decide which end that you want as the end that's showing, kind of like this one here. See how I got United States of America showing, and then on this one I got $1 showing on the outside. You're going to want to decide which one you want, and I prefer maybe the United States, but We'll see when we get there. Like I said, do the same thing to the other side. That's the airplane fold already set from earlier. Fold that to the pinch. Walk it down. Make sure it's lined up before you set in a good crease. Fold to the line. Just walk it down. Make sure all your creases are meeting up. Once you see these main two creases you did earlier, the third and then a half, once you see that those guys are meeting up, go ahead and start giving her a good crease, and you should see how the corners meet up. They should meet up with the fold and the fold. Go ahead and fold it out. Make sure the lines are met up before you give it a solid crease, and they're met up. Corners meet. Give her a solid crease. Same thing here. Airplane fold to the crease. Again, and don't go all the way through. Just stop at the fold. Same thing with the other side. Stop at the fold. Fold her up to the fold. Don't give it a good crease. You just want to start working the way down it. Then make sure your creases are lining up before you give it a good crease. Okay. My center fold crease meets and my third fold crease meets. Let's go ahead and unfold the ends. Take them out and just as guides, that's all. Take them out. And give her a good crease all the way down. And like I said, you can tell if your lines are straight by where the ends stop. See how it stops right under that one? It stops right up under that one. Okay. Every time you do a fold, sometimes it's good to exercise your old creases just to be on the safe side. Just exercise them because you're going to need those guys. Fold. Fold there. Fold there. Fold. And fold. Now, as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But you have 6 sides, but don't worry about that because one is going to get tucked up under one once you complete the square fold. What you need to determine is which one you want to be on the outside. So once you do this fold, like I said, one is going to tuck up under the other. Like right here, you can kind of see that. You just determine which side you want to be on the outside. I'm going to go for the United States to be on the outside. So what we're going to do is do the airplane fold again to this line. Now this is going to be a tight little fold. So Don't rush through it. Take your time so that all sections of your tube are equal. So there's not very much left there, as you can see. It's not very much left. Go ahead and do the same thing for the other side here. Try to get it as tight and little fold my big fingers, sorry. All right. Now that little point fold trick I showed you, you can do that here, but it's going to be tight and tricky. Take your time with it, folks. And it's worth it in the end. Okay. And now, before we go any further with it, make sure our creases are meeting up. Our halfway mark and our third of the bill. Make sure they meet up. Okay, and they do. Walk your way down the fold before you actually give it a good crease, because you don't want to just rip through it, because sometimes if you just rip through it, you actually wind up throwing the fold off by pushing the paper that way. But make sure the corners meet. That fold in that corner right there meet. Same with this side. Make sure your corners are still met up. Get a real nice, good crease. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Now this side here, you just fold this up. Fold it almost to the line, but don't fold it on the line, because when you fold this part in, you don't want it throwing or messing with the overlapping fold that you're going to make, and I'll show you that here in a second. Just fold it to the line, but not on the line. See, you want to be able to fold that in. If you fold it to the line, it's going to make this crease kind of hard to do. It can be done, but it'll make it hard. But save yourself some trouble. Just fold it there. And now we have our 5 equal parts. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exercise your creases again. Exercise those guys on the end. You're going to need those as well. Now, what you're going to want to do is, you see this end here, you're going to, don't mess with that end for a while, but the longest end, that's the end you're going to want to mess with. So what we're going to do now is fold it almost like an airplane fold. Not quite, but just do the corners like that. And you know you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You want to set diagonal creases on lines 2 and 4 because 3 is going to be in the middle. You don't want to crease 3. And 1 and 5 are going to be on the outside. So go ahead and give a crease there on 4 or 2, whichever one you want to call it. Same here. Only crease up until line or section 3. That's 4 and 2, creasing up to section 3. Do not crease section 3. Unfold it. Do that again for the other side of it. Like I said, only crease 4 and 2. Now what you've done, as you can see, you got your diagonal crease here meeting up to line 3 and here meeting up to line 3. And you can check it out, the creases. Now what you want to do is where this crease meets 1 and this crease meets the 5th section, you're going to want to go ahead and fold your bill in half right there, only where the crease meets, and give her a solid crease all the way through. Now once you've done that, that corner should come to here, and that one should come to there, just like so. And this corner here, if you did that right, once you fold this section in, as you can see, this corner will meet that corner, and this corner will meet that corner. Now, where the sections meet, where the creases, your diagonal creases meet section 3, you want to fold it right there where they meet. And don't crease all the way in half. Don't crease the whole thing. You just want to crease section 3. Only crease section 3. Go to the other part and do the same thing. Give her a fold. And only crease section 3. And as you can see here, it's going to give you like a little square. You did it right, it should give you a perfect little square. Now, moving on down the bill, half and a third mark. You're gonna have to kind of use your imagination, but you don't. The square is there, but you don't. You want to go from this corner to this corner. The corners between 5 and 4 and 1 and 2. And you're gonna make that same diagonal line. And to get it right, sometimes you can tell by if this is straight or not, but you want to mainly go off of that corner. So patience is a virtue right here. But once you have it, go ahead and set that 4th crease only to where it meets the 3rd section. And same with 2, only where it meets the third section, and do not go all the way across to the first section or the fifth section. Just 2 and 4. Open her up, turn her around, do the same thing. Find that corner. Find a corner over here. Give her a crease. The fourth section or second section, whatever way you're looking at it. Just don't crease the outsides and don't crease the middle. Just 4 and 2. Keep that in mind. You won't go wrong no matter which one you call them 4 or 2. You're going to skip the first, outside, middle. All right. As you can see, the creases meet up at the corner there. And what you want to do is the same thing for this middle section and get your little square there in the middle. Only fold to where those only fold to where those diagonal creases meet line 3, and go ahead and give 3 a crease. Check your folds out, make sure they're meeting. Nice. Do the same thing with the other side. Only crease the third section, as we're trying to get that little square. All right, folks. Okay, we have our square. Now what you want to do is go back down here to the end where you did your first box, and then you want to fold keep this side folded in, but while it's folded in, leave this side unfolded, fold that side in, and fold this side in. And what you're left with is 3 sides. Fold this side on out, on the outside like that. Remember, this side that you didn't put the boxes on, that stays folded inside. The side where you put the box, fold that flap on the outside. Now with that folded on the outside, give it that little diagonal fold, and as you can see here, your end is going to start looking something like this. You want to do that to both sides. Open this one up and fold her in. Now, if you folded your lines good, you don't really have to open it up. You can just kind of push it and it should kind of close on itself. And as you can see there, how it's starting to come to shape. This part is going to hook in, so you can kind of manipulate that to how you want. But for right now, that's good. So as you can see, the United States of America is going to be on the outside. Let's work our way down to the next box. Well, not the next box, but the next diagonal crease, which is right here. And when you fold these in, these diagonal creases, they all both come together. Don't fold them out. Always make sure that they're coming together. So, like this here, if you can use a tool, but if you made your lines perfect, everything should just kind of fold in place. All right, you see how that's coming along? I just folded that in and the lines are coming along like so. That's the end you're making. You're gonna fold it around, then it'll be that end to that end. I'm sorry, to that end and then to that end. So moving along, you find your other diagonal crease and then your other vertical crease. Push it in, and remember, these diagonal creases come in together, so it's good to use a tool, but I've been doing this for a while. I can kind of manipulate it with my finger, because once you do this and your folds are in the right place, the money will fold. It'll fall right into place. That's why it's good to use a fresh dollar bill, so you don't have any other folds messing with your Umulius Rectangulum. See how that's coming along? Now, it's a good time now to get you a tool or something, because once you fold this section over here, you're going to want to tuck that inside, and it's going to be hard to tuck that inside. You got to kind of pull that side up because it's laying right flat on that square there. You're going to want to pull that up. And also now is a good time if you want to, well, not now, but same thing, push it in, and the diagonal folds, they go into each other like that. Fold it on your horizontal fold, kind of push that in with your hand there if you can. It's kind of tough. So I said sometimes you may need a tool as a beginner, but don't be ashamed to use a tool. Now, what I was getting ready to state earlier, now is a good time to close your end up. So I got United States of America on the outside, so let's tuck this guy on the inside of this one. Take your time with it, folks. Okay, there she goes. And like I said, now will be a good time to get a tool. So hold on a second. What I'm going to do is use a toothpick and pull that guy up out of there, just so I can fold him in. This doesn't have to be real neat because it's getting tucked in the inside. What you're doing is just giving space so this can tuck in. Kind of open her up a little bit, fold that up like so, and she will tuck in just like that. You're going to want to make 2 more of these, because one is going to go inside of there, and then the other is going to go on the outside. And I will show you how they come together. See, this is one. I will undo one side so I can show you how they come together. But kind of pull that one out there. Undo that fold, and I'm gonna undo that fold so I can show you guys. Okay. Like you'll have your 3, you put a section inside of a section, you take your other section, your 3rd section, put it in like so. And you're going to fold. Did that the wrong way, sorry. Let it fold. This is where it gets tough, because you're going to want to fold this one, but while that is folded, you're going to want to try to stick it through here at the same time. And remember, the folds fold into each other. The diagonal folds, they fold into each other. So what you're going to do is kind of just stretch it a little bit. Not stretch it, but just kind of manipulate that fold and push it together, and it will come together like so, folks. And there you have your Oculus Rectangulum. Umulius Rectangulum. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the length of the video, but this origami right here takes its time because it's only made from $3. You got other people on here that does it from $6, but the less money it uses, the better. And I also think it's a lot neater once you just use $3. And that's all. Thanks for watching.